My guy racing the clock.
I know, bro. Damn, you called me out soon as we went live, bro. What's good, bro? Nick can't even drink his water. What's good, Brodies and Babes? This is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast. You took my energy away. Episode 111, Make a Wish. Wait, is that one? That's 11.
Yeah, that's 111. I wish Ava was here.
We sound quiet in the mud. Y'all hear no fire beats in the background. But this is where you come for your fantasy football needs and chop it up about the latest of NFL news and to hear some fire tracks. But since we ain't got that today, I'm Dynasty Bro Dot here with my co-bro.
We're going to pick the energy back up. Dynasty Bro Vic, a.k.a. Chief Sosa FF, here without our DJ Avo. Hope you feel better, man. Get well soon. We're going to call it the common cold, man. So it's not COVID.
Yeah. Don't panic. Don't panic. He's not fired. He's not fired. There we go. Just throwing that out there. But man, I'm excited about today, bro. We got the What Would You Do episode. We got some guys in Dynasty that we need to talk about. Whether they're getting to the older side, whether contract coming up, whether they just can't stay healthy, whether situation is holding them back. It's like, what are we doing with them? I like to have them. I enjoy the thought of them on my team, but this shit ain't working out. Or, hey, I need to get this mug on my team because I'm tired of him blowing up on me. So we just got to figure it out, man. Like, we got a list of guys. I'm excited to talk about them. We got some B-team players of the week, flag on the plays, and say something good to the people and maybe bounce back what we did for the holidays at the very end, man. So I'm excited about the episode. Pretty sure it's jam-packed. I'm not excited to talk about the injuries, but everything else, bro, thumbs up. So let's just kick it, bro. Let's kick it straight to the hood. TMZ with Dynasty, bro. Vic, you got your notes ready?
Man, it's really literally short and sweet. And I know I say it every week, but this week is short and sweet. Coming off the holidays. Hey, I kicked my feet up, man. I was chilling.
Okay. That's what's up. Me too. Did you cook?
I actually catered out, man. It actually it actually worked out. But I will say this, all because you do cater out Thanksgiving, it's still a lot of stress and work that goes into warming the shit up because you don't want to. You can mess that up, especially the turkey. You know what I mean? You got to heat that up perfectly. You got to make sure it don't dry out on you. You know what I mean? So I'll be honest, man. I thought I was just gonna just warm some stuff up and good to go. I didn't really count for the extra prep that went into all that, but it worked out, man. Shout out to wifey. She bailed me out, helped me pull it together.
That's what they're there for, though. They there to fix our fuck ups. You feel?
Yeah, to fill in the details because we don't really fill in the details, man.
Well,
we just know food gonna be there.
We just know food gonna be there. I ended up frying a turkey. I ended up smoking a ham for the first time and grilled some wings. So, and my lady cooked the side, so it was fire, bro.
That's what's up.
Good Thanksgiving, bro.
Cool, man. Hope everybody else had a good Thanksgiving with family and friends. So yeah, man. Now we back to the grind, the countdown to Christmas and New Year. So you know how that go.
I know a couple more weeks left for the regular fantasy season. I hope y'all pushing through, man. I hope y'all pull through. Like Vic say, I'm just trying to make the playoffs.
I don't care who I play. I just want to get in. All right, man. Let's go ahead and kick it to these news. So shout out to CBS Sports, man. So if you guys don't know, they actually quoted Aiden Diggs. If you guys don't know, that's the son of Cowboys cornerback Trayvon Diggs, who's the brother of Stephon Diggs, wide receiver for the Bills. So Aiden, he's been getting highlighted throughout the year, and he's actually a pretty funny kid. He's a smart kid too, but it's always good, to catch a clip of him. And they basically asked him what he's thankful for and what he want to give thanks to. And his quote was, "Today, I want to give thanks to all the quarterbacks that throw my dad the football." So I just thought that was kind of funny. Just giving his dad as a DB. So clearly QBs don't want to throw his dad the ball, but he's been coming up with those interceptions. So that's what he's thankful for, bro.
Trayvon been balling, bro.
Yeah, man. And it's cool because, like, Aiden, he's one of those kids that you wouldn't even be surprised to see him in the league one day. You know what I mean? Like, we look up and we talking about him from a fantasy perspective. If he plays wide receiver like his uncle, but you never know, man. He might take after his dad and play DB or do both.
Fuck.
Like Devin Hester.
like Deion Sanders.
I can't trump you young on that. I don't have no more.
like Travis Hunter.
I don't even know who that is, bro.
We're gonna be talking about him all next year in college.
See, I gotta see. I'm so deep in the NFL, man. I gotta come up and take a breath and see what's happening on the college side. But I'm gonna catch up. You know, I do my homework in the off season.
He in high school.
See, well, let me make that note then for the campus to Canton. Y'all stretching.
That's funny.
Nah,
Yeah, my bad,
good,
bro. Just
it's all
looking
good.
out.
All right, man. Speaking of father and son duos, man, shout out to NFL and NFL Throwback on Instagram. So they actually pulled this from ESPN Stats and Info, but we just saw Patrick Surtain II, so rookie cornerback for the Denver Broncos from Alabama, had his first career touchdown. It was a pick six in Denver. This occurred against Denver. Wait, I'm getting it mixed up. He picked off Miami, right? So he plays for Denver, but his dad played for the Dolphins, and his last career touchdown was against the Broncos. So you got a father, son. Yeah, full circle at the end of the day, man. That's the beauty of sports. You're able to pull up stats like that. So Patrick Surtain II, rookie DB for the Broncos, got his first pick six for the Broncos against the Dolphins. And then his dad, who also played in the NFL, got his last pick six for the Dolphins against the Broncos.
Yeah, you made that so difficult, bro.
Hope I did, man. I started off more difficult than it had to be, but then I brought it home, even though it still could have been a smoother landing, but I said it slow. That way you can at least follow. So if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, just hit the 15-second rewind. You can play that back. Spotify need that feature, man.
Spotify need that feature.
All right, man. That's all I got, man, for What's the Word. Short and sweet. Again, it's all about the playoffs, man, from a fan's perspective. So that's it, man. That's where the main focus is. So, yeah.
All right, bro. Let's get to the flags first. You got any flags, bro?
Flag on myself off top. So I got some Brodies of the week, but I don't have the clips. Hey, like I said, man, I kicked my feet up this week, chilling. So it is what it is. But that's my only flag. But maybe if you got one, maybe some more might come to me. You got a flag?
Well, not really, man. I've been doing well, bro. I've been doing well by not judging people, and I ain't been fucking up, so I kind of just been flying under the radar. Okay, Avo.
Avo laughing at me. Hopefully I made that make sense.
Flag on Avo. Fuck it. For not taking this medicine, keeping himself healthy. You know, he ain't been hitting the vitamin C.
I know. I was about to say that, man. You got to take the vitamin C, bro. Hope you're feeling better, though, bro.
Hell yeah. So, but nah, I ain't got no flags, bro. I don't think so.
All right, man. You want to get to these injuries or Brodies of the week?
You want to just get the injuries out the way because it ain't nothing fun about it.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, bro. Let's just start with let's go with the top running back. Well, supposedly the top running back, Christian McCaffrey, for a second year, out for the season, man. He got an ankle injury. Just starting to not look like he's going to be able to help you wrap up your championship runs no more, man. It sucks. So, you know, I can't wait to see what this next year plummet is for him and this next guy, Dalvin Cook. You know, he started off being injury prone, and you know, about last year, maybe the year before that on the back end, he's been coming through, but now it's looking like he's resorting back to the old issues, man. And he went out with a shoulder injury. And it just sucks not having these heavyweight guys, you know, going into the end of the season, bro. And then DeAndre Swift, Thanksgiving Day, he went out with a shoulder injury. You know, Darren Waller talked about him, his knee injury, man. It's just going in. I went in on tight ends. I've been saying this all year. I went in on tight ends as much as I could this year, and he was the one. Been feeling like a letdown. And I know everybody been riding this Deebo Samuel thing because he's finally having a healthy stretch. I just told Vic this. We love Deebo because he's having a healthy stretch. He's always having good games, but now that he's missing weeks on the back end when your weeks are important, you run into your playoffs Suck that he's going to miss some time. So hopefully he can come back sooner than later. But those are a lot of heavy hitting guys I just named, bro. That's why that little entry section is important, because those are guys that you need their backups to replace them, and they have solid backups. So go get their backups, man. And remember to always try to load up your bench with the good backups that can actually make a difference if they get to take their lead. So yeah, those are the injuries for the week, though, bro.
All right, bro. I do got some Brodies of the week, so we can get into that. I got 3 guys, man. And I usually try not to go overboard, but couldn't help it this week, man. So first, I'm gonna start with keeping it home, man. Wide receiver for the Colts. Let me pull up his name. I don't want to butcher his name, bro. Ashton Dolan. So he actually had he actually scored a touchdown, 1 catch, 62 yards, big play. Even though we still lost against the Bucks, but that big play kept us in the game. So shout out to Ashton. So I know a lot of hypes around Pittman, and of course, focus on Ty and Zach Pascal's been balling. But to see a guy step in there, make a big play against the Buccaneers who came to town, and that's not no slouch from a defensive perspective. You got to bring your A game there. So shout out to him. And then I do want to shout out running back for the Jets, Austin Walter. He made his NFL debut against the Texans, scored a touchdown, man. So 9 carries, 38 yards, and a touchdown. So that helped secure the dub for the Jets.
That is a trash ass name, bro. It's a boring ass, plain ass name. What's his name again?
Austin Walter, bro. But you got to put some respect on his name because he scored a TD in his NFL debut.
What's his name one more time? Just listen to it.
Austin Walter. And we're going to move forward. The other guy I want to shout out, Dontrell Hilliard. So running back for Tennessee Titans, man. He had a big day on the ground. So I know everyone's been looking at Deontay Foreman, but Hilliard stepped in and got it done, man. Had a big game against the Patriots.
Real big game. Looked good doing it too. Him and Foreman both had games. That's what was shocking. Like, okay, what clicked? So, but anyway. Shout out to them, bro.
They got rid of AP, man. That's what clicked.
Touche. The Hall of Famer just lingering in the background, making everybody nervous. But now, shout out to the Brodies of the week, bro. They did good. They balled out. Shout out to them.
All right, bro. Before we get into this main topic, bro, tell the people where they can follow you at again. Bless you.
Oh, man, that hurt my chest. Thank you, bro. Hey, follow me at DynastyBro on Instagram and Twitter, and follow the main Instagram page at DynastyBrosFF. Hey, Vic, where can we follow you at, my brother?
Follow me at ChiefSOSFF, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast where you're listening, DynastyBrosFF, and hopefully Spotify get a
15-second fast forward and rewind.
Yeah, there you go. Because I didn't know how to put what I would like them to have, but you just
I see you going like this, like you was just gonna go like this.
Yeah.
Get the 15-second backwards.
That one button. And also be sure to follow DJ, man. I said follow DJ. Follow our DJ. Follow DJ. Follow the DJ at AVOLXVE on Instagram and the Twitch and the Twitter. That's how he was saying.
The Twitch and the Twitter.
And on the Twitter.
All right, look. Main
at
concept.
DJ. Oh, he said DJ AVOLXVE at DJ AVO. I didn't know you had the DJ on there. My bad.
Put some respect on his name, Vic.
My bad, DJ Avo. Flag on the play. Back to me again. All right, bros. What would you do, man? So you got some guys who, we want to just talk about, how are we handling these guys going forward from a dynasty perspective? So we got some big names, man. I'm ready to get into it, man. So who's the first guy you want to talk about?
He just went down for the rest of the year this weekend. The number 1 quarter running back going into the season, Christian McCaffrey. I own him in a lot of redrafts.
You roster him?
You
manage him?
I roster him in a lot of redrafts. I roster him in a lot of dynasties. And it sucks, bro. It sucks when you have a guy like that you bank on him carrying a chunk of your points every week. Like you just lock it in. And when he's not playing, it's very unfortunate, man. So I'm getting to the point where it's like, do I bail? And even if I bail at this point, do I get what I can for him? Like, I don't really know. This might be the guy that I don't know what to do. Like, I don't think you can sell right now that he's hurt again. I feel like you have to wait, let the hype roll over all over again. Hope that these running backs don't look as efficient as he does for the rest of these weeks. So it's like, oh, they're still backups no matter what, which I think they are no matter what anyway. Hope that he get an actual quarterback next year and improve just in general with the team, so we can go into next year kind of forgetting about this moment and then trading him during that whole offseason process, like when he's back healthy and looking good, running plays in practice, and team done made improvements. I think it's probably time to bail, man, because he done got paid. He's starting to show that workload that they want to put on him, I don't think he's built for it at this point in his career anymore. So they might try to scale it back, So I feel like you can't do anything right now, but I think there'll be a period where Christian will regain majority of his hype again. And I feel like it's about time to sell, bro. Just get out, move on, because I'm starting to think that even when he comes back next year, they're not going to give him every snap, every reception, every run, every carry like he's been getting over the past couple of years. So are you somewhere on the side of, like I said, like, let this die out, let this year play, wait till some momentum start coming, and then it's probably about time to get out while you can? Where you stand on that?
I will say this: start of the season, redraft, dynasty, I had Christian at the 101. For me, he's no longer the 101. So just giving, again, a guy who goes on IR a couple times each year, to me, you have to move on, man. So just given the namesake, given the age, I don't think it's worth it. I don't even think bringing in a QB will fix their situation unless there's a veteran you bring it in who's like ready to win now. So if you're going with a young QB, rookie QB, to me, I don't see that getting them over the hump to even like compete for a playoff run or Super Bowl. So I see this being a pattern. Like,
you don't think bringing in Deshaun Watson makes them a playoff team? Their defense is still good, and a healthy Sam Darnold was winning games this season, and then Darnold started to Darnold. But I do think there's a world where they can improve. Like, their quarterback play is horrible right now, bro.
I didn't consider Deshaun for the Carolina landing spot. So I looked at it like Deshaun, he has at least had his sights set on Miami. At least right now, Miami's appearing to be committed to Tua, even though you just never know what goes on behind closed doors. That could get worked out in the offseason. Maybe even a 3-team trade might go down. You just never know. But either way, man, I don't see Christian holding up from a durability standpoint. So I just see this being a recurring theme for him. Just given the workload, like if you give him that workhorse load and 20 plus carries every game, week 5, week 6, maybe it's the hammy. You got to shut him down and then bring him back, and then it's going to be a constant thing. So I'm actually good. I'm moving on from the Christian thing. It's not worth it. For me, I'm not willing to invest that early draft capital on a RB like Christian at this point. It's just too risky for me, especially if you're trying to win a championship.
I agree. I wouldn't sell for like cheap, but there's a world where when the hype gets back up, which it will be, you can move on if you're not confident in it, man. And honestly, it might be healthy for him to start splitting some more carries. Maybe at this point in his career, he doesn't need to see everything. He doesn't need 25 carries and 15 catches every game. It's good. We love to see those numbers in fantasy, but in real life, that's wear and tear, bro. And he's not the biggest back either. So, maybe it is time for him to start giving up more percentage of snaps to somebody else.
But if they do that, I don't see that offense being as fluid. If they move away from that, I mean, that's their identity. So how do you go from giving Christian all this work, all this volume, to scaling him back to balance out the workload?
Well,
to me, that's it's going to be a curve there. I'm not saying it's impossible, but that's changing the offensive identity.
I've been hearing that all three of those good quarterbacks going into free agency this year are linked to the Panthers too. So I don't think it's just completely out the way that Russell Wilson lands with the Panthers, or it's not guaranteed Rodgers just ends up in Denver. If he ends up, I love their receiving core. I don't think Robbie's a bum. I think DJ Moore's a star. I think we just talked about this. I tell you, I was trying to buy Terrace Marshall everywhere. I still think he is great. They just don't have anybody to support these receivers right now. So, like, there's a world where if you bring a stud quarterback in, that you can transition a little bit off of making him the focus because you have weapons. Just nobody can show how good these offensive weapons are. That's my opinion.
Gotcha.
But yeah, but I do think it's time to move on, man, because like I said, even if Christian comes back and he plays a full healthy season next year, I do think there's a world where, he does start sharing some snaps, man. You can't just keep on letting your star running back that you paid go out like that. That's my opinion.
I agree, bro. So, if you got him, he's a hold for me. Just, hey, I would love to throw him as a flex if he comes back in, and you just live with the outcome if he exits the game early. You know what I mean? But I'm not willing to go pay for a Christian to help secure no future title runs in Dynasty. So that's just where I'm at.
Facts.
And then if I'm in a startup, I'm not looking to draft him first round. I'd rather have a JT. To me, JT is the official 1-on-1 now.
Facts.
And he's probably already been there for some. So
yeah.
I'm late to the party there. But so yeah.
All right. Give me the next guy we talking about there.
All right, man. Let's talk about another, superstar stud running back from a dynasty perspective. So Dalvin Cook, man. So this is a guy. His, injuries, it's a little bit more spotty. So he'll be banged up here and there, but he'll be back the next week or two, and get you some big games. But how are we feeling about a Dalvin Cook at this point? 26 years old. Of course, he has a dislocated shoulder now, so he's going to be out for 2 weeks. But man, like, how do you feel about Dalvin going forward? Is this a guy you're still taking early in startups? Is this a guy you're trying to go trade for to help you secure a title run in Dynasty, or are you holding him? So what are your thoughts?
It sucks, bro. I still love Dalvin Cook, and I am on the side of, he done got a little healthier. He started off like his career, nobody wanted him. He couldn't stay healthy at all. And he's kind of did the opposite of what Christian did. Christian was healthy his whole start of his career. Now Christian's not finishing years. And Dalvin started off not finishing years, but those little knick-knack injuries, man, he's been playing through them. And he's always been pretty decent through them too, to be honest. So I think Dalvin is in a situation where 26, I still think he has a couple more solid years in a good offense that hasn't shown any regression with their weapons. Thielen's still doing what he's doing. They have a young superstar, Justin Jefferson. Conklin's playing, and they're actually getting Irv Smith back next year. He's a good young tight end. I'm starting to think to myself, he might actually be the buyout of all the stud running backs that are left because, I think people are pretty much – he's not even – for some reason, I feel like he's not even the superstar when we talk about these running backs anymore. Like, Dalvin's always left off the list when you think about it because they got these young guys now. Then you got the guys that were always, like, naturally above Dalvin. Like, when you talk about Christian, you talk about Saquon and Kamara. I feel like Dalvin's in that position where he might be the forgotten about superstar out of all the names. So he might be a guy that I think he's going to come back, finish up the year. He might miss out a couple weeks. He's a tough dude. But he's been showing that he's been healthy, even throughout the little knickknacks, might miss a little time here and there, but he hasn't missed big stretches in a while. He might be the guy that I'm actually low-key wanting to go buy because I might be able to get a discount and have a top 5 running back for 2 more years. I just turned to that side as I'm sitting here talking this through because I didn't really know how to feel about that. So now I'm interested to see how you feel about that.
That's what happens when it's organic, bro. But I ain't said that in a while. But I would say this. There's another guy who I'd rather go get before Dalvin, but Dalvin's definitely my number 2. And I'm definitely more comfortable with a Dalvin Cook over Christian going forward from a health perspective. And of course, we already know Minnesota wants to run the ball, and they actually run a nice balanced attack. They throw that ball too, like 30 plus times a game now. So them days of just 20 passes a game is over with. We got a Justin Jefferson, and then you still got a Thielen who can ball out. But with Dalvin Cook again, I think you just have to live with the outcome in terms of his spotty games with the injuries. He'll be in and out your lineups, but he's a guy who I can still see help you compete in the fantasy playoffs. Whereas a guy like Christian, they're shutting him down for the season. So I do want to throw this out there. I have done a recent trade for Dalvin Cook. Someone actually wanted Dalvin, like asking me for Dalvin all season. This is a 1 QB league, 12 teams. Asking for him all season. I kind of let that price go up. And then a couple weeks ago, I actually traded Dalvin, and I received Josh Jacobs, Keenan Allen, and their first round pick next year. So hey, I didn't want to give up Dalvin, but if you're gonna give me all that, like, to me, it's
that's how you sell. That's how you sell Dalvin, though. That's a come up, bro.
And literally, this was like, of course, after that trade, then reports came out about the issues he got going on off the field, and then also then the fast forward another week, the injury happened. So, mind you, at this point with my team, I was outside looking in on the playoffs. Now I'm an 8th seed, trying to get one of these last spots in the playoffs at the 6th seed. So if I get in the playoffs, bro, my team is fired, bro. If I get into the playoffs, like I just want to read you.
Josh finally been turning it around.
Yeah. So if I get in the playoffs, bro, 6th seed, like, I don't care if I play the 1 seed. This is why I say I don't care who I play. I just want to get in. I will be going to the playoffs with Josh Allen, Josh Jacobs, Cordell Patterson, Devonta Smith, Michael Pittman, Travis Kelce, Deontay Johnson, Keenan Allen, and that Miami Dolphins defense has been turning it up. So I just need these next 2 weeks to go right. And the guy who I traded Dalvin to, he's the number 1 seed. Hey, I can compete with him, man. So literally, my team is like putting up points.
It's a nice roster, bro. Good shit.
Yep, sitting on 2 picks too, man. So,
all right. Well, I'm going to talk to the third guy, and this is another guy. Christian was on my 1.0 league team, and let's talk about another guy that's rostered on my 1.0 league team, and that's Alvin Kamara, bro. Running back for the New Orleans Saints. Superstar running back for the New Orleans Saints. It sucks being recency bias. Like, so I'm actually sitting in the moment that Alvin's not playing right now, heads up. But this is a guy who Drew Brees left, and we were wondering what the hell is going to happen without Drew Brees. Is it going to be the same Alvin? Is Taysom going to be starting and scavenging running back goal line rushes from him? But Kamara actually started off pretty good, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Started off decent. Jameis was all over the place in a couple of games, which had Alvin all over the place in a couple of games, but he was still the guy going out there getting hella targets, was getting a lot of run, was still getting touchdowns. Sean Payton's a hell of a schemer. But now Alvin's banged up. And, I used to seeing Alvin banged up. And it kind of sucks when you're watching Alvin get banged up and all these other top guys are getting banged up. It's kind of making you wonder, like, well, he wasn't meant for a big workload anyway, because he's not the biggest of backs. And we're used to seeing him just dominate in limited touches. But, his touches had to go up a little bit more with no weapons and, not being as efficient of an offense. So I'm afraid of his situation going forward. I love his coaching, Sean Payton, but what are they doing at quarterback? The defense is still good, but no receiver weapons. Like, are we going to still be able to keep scheming him open? Because if nobody's around, you can start game planning for him. I feel like I'm starting to wonder just what's going on in general with the whole offense, which makes me nervous about him. But with that being said, I have nothing in my body that makes me want to sell him, makes me want to get rid of him. I still love him just because the way he can be used in PPR. He can go out there and catch you 10 passes, and I wouldn't even be surprised because he has that kind of receiving ability. He's good, man. He doesn't need a lot of touches to do anything. He just needs open space. He needs a good scheme, and he needs the ball. So I'm not just giving up Alvin at this point. He's been fairly healthy. these past few weeks, I don't know what the hell happened with his knee. I don't know if it's been flaring up, but it's still not scaring me. Look like he's about to bounce right back and start playing again. Like I said, I think between him and Sean Payton, I'm just gonna trust Alvin and ride him out, bro, until he retires, bro, because he doesn't need 30 touches like a lot of backs to be relevant. He can move around with 12, 14. So I'm gonna just trust that going forward, bro. Where are you at on Dalvin, bro? I mean on Alvin.
Alvin, bro, this is to me, he's a buy, but I'm gonna let the Taysom Hill experience cut into his carries and let Alvin have these low games because we already know Taysom gonna cut into that, and I'm not trusting Taysom to deliver the ball. So looking back to last season, Taysom, started week 11 through 14 while Drew Brees was out. So looking at Alvin Kamara's production during that time, he had a 10-point performance against Atlanta, 6 points against Denver, 17 against Atlanta, and then 22 against Philly. So I'm actually watching a dip here in terms of Alvin Kamara. I think he's a guy you can ride out for the rest of his career, just given he's basically a wide receiver. So, he can play in the slide, he can run the ball, and look at what the Saints are doing, man. They've acknowledged that we can't make this guy a workhorse. We don't want to give him all these carries, the Christian McCaffrey treatment. Let's go get Mark Ingram. Like, they wanted somebody who can come in and split carries with him. So I see that continue to be a theme for the Saints. So really, they just got to fix the QB situation. So again, I'm just going to ride out and watch, Taysom Hill cut into Alvin's production, and that's a perfect buy window for me. So yeah, I'm definitely comfortable with Alvin Kamara going forward from a dynasty perspective, and you just have to deal with the games he's out here or there, just giving the knee. So, and again, it's football, man. Like I don't mind giving guys a couple games throughout the year. It's a bang sport. Really, everybody's hurt. Everybody plays hurt in football, especially the NFL level. So it's just a matter of, if they're injured. So yeah, for me, I'm always going to grant those guys a few games, man. I can live with that. It's almost expected.
Facts. All right. Give me another guy, bro. You got one more?
Yeah, man. So here's the guy who I'm willing to go get over all these guys we just talked about. 27-year-old Derrick Henry. So I know he's out right now, season-ending injury. With he might try to come back for the playoffs, but I don't know. We'll see. But Titans are, they're still competing, man. So they could still potentially be a wild card team at that point. But yeah, Derrick Henry, man. So this is a guy who I'm still interested in. I actually went and traded for him before the injury. I actually gave up AJ Brown in that trade, but hey, give me the main focal point of the Tennessee Titan offense. So I'd rather have Derrick Henry over AJ Brown. That's me all day long. I don't care what the format is. But yeah, man, I'm still in on the situation, given the nature of the injuries dealing with, with the toe injury. That just has to do with how he plants and change direction. So I'm expecting him to bounce back from something like that. So no concerns there. And this is a guy who's trying to break Emmitt Smith's rushing record, man. So why would I not want a piece of that from a dynasty perspective?
True that. And this is a guy that I'm unsure about. The workload they give him, man, and I think I'm getting afraid of once the injuries start, they don't stop. This is a guy who's like rarely injured, bro. He's so big, he's so fluent, like it's hard to just get him injured. But with the workload they offer him, and now that an injury finally occurred, and he is on the older side, I actually think this just I think I'm comfortable selling Derrick Henry, man. But I can't sell him right now. Same thing with Christian. I would wait till he come back, get the hype back going, and I think I might just be able to move on from 28-year-old next year. You might take an L for a year. You might still look like Derrick Henry, but I refuse to go into the 30-year-old season with Derrick Henry on my team and not being able to get no capital from him. So that's my opinion.
Derrick Henry's a hold for me, man. If you got him, you just hold him. And then if you can't go get him now, while that buy window's open, I do it. So I'm comfortable going to go get a Derrick Henry. So yeah, that's me. Any other guys you want to talk about?
Let's just talk about this guy on the fly. This is important too. Ezekiel Elliott now. He's getting banged up. Pollard's starting to look good. Zeke is getting a little older. This was a guy a couple years ago was in that same conversation when we talk about Christian, Saquon, and Kamara. So let's talk about a guy who looks like he's plummeting hard, bro, on an offense that's flourishing. And it's one of those things where it's like, he looks so inefficient, but he's still getting the workload because he's Zeke and they paid him. But he's in a situation where Pollard looks like the better, more explosive back when he's getting his chances. What are you doing with Zeke? Because I think long as he's playing, the Cowboys are going to keep on giving him the work. He's going to keep on being inefficient, but putting up numbers because he gets a heavy workload every week. But what do you do with a guy like Zeke right now?
If you're trying
That's
to
important. We didn't talk to all these other running backs. So
yeah, if you're trying to secure a title run, go get Zeke, man. Put all your chips on the table. He's the RB7 right now, believe it or not. And he's going to stay on the field because of his pass protection. So that's the most important thing. Fantasy football aside, like they got to protect Dak. And Zeke does that, man. So he picks up the blitz. He's great at that. So yeah, man, give me the guy that's going to stay on the field if I'm trying to compete for a title. Of course, it's not sexy. Of course, you do see Tony Pollard more explosiveness, and you see the burst. Like it's like night and day when you see those two guys running the ball. But 26 years old, they paid him, so they're obligated to keep him on the field, man. And Jerry Jones, man, you know he's a prideful guy, man. He don't want to look like he lost, so he's gonna keep Zeke on the field.
facts, bro. I like Zeke. If I could buy him low, I would. I think a lot of people are starting to get nervous on him, but the one thing, like you said, the one thing I know about the Cowboys is if he's healthy or remotely healthy and playing, they gonna give him all the work. So give me the guy that's gonna get all the work in an offense that I love, bro. I love what Dak is doing. I love the weapons around him, and I think it makes it easier for any running back, decent offensive line, to flourish. So I will go buy some Zeke. I think you can get him cheap right now.
All right, man. Let's talk about a couple wide receivers. Let's talk about Deebo Samuel. So this is a guy, man, balling, man. He's a football player. No matter where you line him up on the field, running back, wide receiver, he just does it all. So currently the wide receiver 2. Injuries was a concern, at least coming in, but this year he's been staying healthy. But up until this point, so I know he's dealing with an injury right now. He's going to be sidelined for at least a week or two. But what are your thoughts on Deebo, man?
Look, I will say this, and when I say it, just take it with a grain of salt. He was never on my radar. That's why I don't own him anywhere because he stayed hurt. He stayed hurt in stupid stretches, like he'd be hurt for like 4 to 5 weeks, come back for a couple, miss 4 or 5 weeks again. It's like it was never okay to have Deebo. This is probably the healthiest season he done had. Now you're going into the weeks that are important, getting into your playoff run. Now he's having a banged up moment. It just reminds me of why I was always off of Deebo. I love him. I love the fact that they're going to keep him involved. He's just a football player. But if I can go get a staple at running back for him or one of these young traditional receivers that I know are going to be good, solid for years to come, plus I would just move on, man. Give me a healthier guy. Give me a traditional receiver. I don't care. I love what they're doing in San Francisco, but at some point they're going to have to pay all these guys and all these weapons on top of that. And if Deebo, I don't think Deebo is super relevant if he's not in San Francisco. And maybe San Francisco ain't relevant without Deebo. But I feel like the way he's playing right now, and he's still a younger guy, I would want to move on, even if it's just a vertical move to a guy that I just want to trust more for 2 or 3 years. I just want to make that move now for Deebo start not being available because he hasn't been available for years since he's been drafted. So that's what I would do. I wouldn't say they trade him for anything because he's balling. But I would just move to a guy I'm more comfortable with, like season long. That's my opinion.
Man, I don't have any Deebo as well, just because of the injuries. So I'm missing out right now, and I'm definitely not going to go get him because price too high at this point. So based on that, I can't really speak to what I would do since I don't have him on my roster. But if you got him, you got him. So you just ride it out for me. But I do want to talk about another guy, man. He's up the same alley, AJ Brown, bro. So he's a guy, a lot of hype in the dynasty community, just from a wide receiver perspective. Stays banged up. So what are your thoughts on AJ Brown, man, going forward?
He's getting to that point where if you own him, you can't just go trade him right now. Nobody's going to give you AJ Brown price right now while he keep on getting banged up and on IR. But if you're really nervous about his injury issues, which I understand if you are, even though he's one of my favorite guys, everybody know that, you can move on. Not right now. Wait till the offseason. This is my thing. It's all about timing when you're moving guys. You can't just wake up one morning and flip a guy for a discount because he's on IR. No, he's still a young wide receiver with wide receiver one talent, unguardable type talent in real NFL. As far as his presence, his build, he's just good. He's just staying banged up. And if you want to move off of it, that's something that you can do. It's just not the time to do it right now. So I get it. I understand if you want to move on. Receivers, I give them a little bit of, you can give them some kind of leeway a little bit sometimes because they can play for years compared to what the running backs do. But I understand, bro, he cannot stay on the field no more at this point, and it's very disturbing. So I get it.
All right. Last month, I did a trade. I went and got Derrick Henry, and I gave up A.J. Brown, Terrace Marshall, in a 22 third, 1 QB league. I will do that again all day long. So, again, just give me the main focal point. A.J. Brown, man, he stays too banged up for me. And, again, talented wide receiver. But if you're missing 2 or 3 games and stretches here or there, like, I can't even try to – make a run to get in the playoffs with that, man. So I like to bank on consistency. And of course, there's a lot of unknowns in terms of injuries and things happen, but when your pattern is you're going to be out some games and on IR and this and that, in and out the lineups and dealing with knee issues and lower body issues, especially a guy that's 6'2", 225, 230, at that point, you got to look at his frame and just really question, is his frame built to support that? You know what I mean? Like that heavy, massive build from a player of his caliber. So I'm not going to dive too deep into the science, but I'm just want to just look at it like, you know what I mean? Like, is there longevity in that? So that's that, man. And I do want to throw out one last guy. And of course, if you got some more, we can talk about him. But Julio Jones, bro, like this is a guy who I started to see the decline. Even with the injuries, man. And we've been living with the injuries on and off for years, right? You just kind of live with it. But him going to Tennessee and all the hype playing with A.J. Brown and Tannehill, perfect time, to move off from what I saw in the offseason. Are we done with Julio, bro? Like, is he going to be a thing, bro? Okay.
I'm surprised you brought him up, bro.
I had to bring it up. I mean, I'm just bringing it up because I know off season there was a lot of hype around that, so just came back full circle.
I think I washed my hands with Julio after week 2, and I don't even know what happened week 2. I think I was just over it by week 2.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, man. That's all the guys. You got some more?
Yeah. No, I don't. But we have some good heavy hitters, bro. Like that was important to get that conversation out, man. It's a lot of guys that are like guys that we rank up here as far as their position, and it's like, what are we doing now? Well, it's clearly putting them on that pedestal. You can't keep doing that no more. So I'm glad we got to break down what we would do, man. It was interesting to hear your thoughts too.
Yeah, man. And just to summarize, I'm just going to say a name and you just tell me if you're in or out from a dynasty perspective. That way people know where we at. So Christian McCaffrey, in or out?
Is it in, out, or hold? Can we do hold?
All right. We could do a hold. It's the holidays. All right, we'll be nice.
All right, bet. In, out, hold, Christian McCaffrey. He's a current hold right now. Can't sell him right now.
I'm out, bro. I've been out. I actually started moving off last year, so I'm gonna keep on that trend. I'm out. Dalvin Cook.
Bye. I'm in.
I'm in as well, but I'm gonna call him a hold. So I guess ends can be holds too, but Alvin Kamara.
I'm hold. I might try to go flirt some trades out there for us if I can get them for the low, but I ain't selling them. Whether I'm rebuilding or in the running. I'm keeping Kamara.
I'm gonna call this an end, and I'm hoping his production takes a hit with Taysom Hill under center, and that's what I'm gonna go buy. If your league still allows trade. So, all right, man. Another guy, Derrick Henry.
hold right now. But him and Christian gonna be sales for me, bro, next year, to be honest.
He's a hold for me. So I'm riding out the Derrick Henry train until he retires. Hopefully he's on my dynasty roster, breaking Emmitt Smith's rushing record. So he's a hold. And I did go buy him last week or last month. Not last week, last month. All right, let's keep it pushing. You talked about Zeke. So in, out, or hold.
He might be a hold / buy, man. I think he's still got a couple years in him, bro. And I think people are off, bro. People are off Zeke. And I don't know if this is do you think this is fair? It's fair value for Zeke. Mike Williams, he finally had a good game a couple weeks ago, and he's been sucking for the past few weeks since the first couple. But Darrell Henderson and Mike Williams for Zeke. What side you take?
I'm taking Zeke.
Me too, bro. I just seen that trade get done in the 1.0 league. And I'm like, yeah, niggas is getting rid of Zeke, bro.
Yeah. Zeke, actually, after talking this through, I actually want to go get him, bro. Because I didn't even realize he's the RB7. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, bro. He's been getting all the work. And like he's just flying under the radar. He's not blowing up. You don't hear about no big games. He's just consecutively having these games where he's scoring like 22 to 18 points. But it's like it's not killing your team. It's perfect. So like he ain't had no big ass 40-point games or nothing that we would love to see, but he ain't killing your team week by week.
All right, bro. I'm with it. I'm about to go get Zeke after this episode. And then let's talk about Debo Samuel, wide receiver.
He's a sell for me. I'm not saying sell for anything. If you can't get top dollar, then hold. But the way he's playing right now, bro, you can go trade and ask for the market basically, and I will move, bro, because I don't want nobody that no matter what I'm gonna trust it, and I don't think I trust it. If something happened and he doesn't stay in San Francisco, are you gonna be in love with Debo that much? I know I'm not.
He's a hold for me as well. So he's a hold. Well, actually, he wasn't a hold for you, but he's a hold for me. So I don't have none right now, but price too high, so I'm not gonna go get him. I will capitalize if there's another injury opportunity or window, but again, I think the price is gonna be too high, so I'm not willing to do it. All right,
Yeah.
AJ Brown, wide receiver for the Titans.
I'm holding right now, man. That's still my dog, man. I can't get rid of him yet, bro. Just holding.
Call me crazy, I'm out, bro. Like sometimes you can't just roll with the hype, man. And don't get me wrong, talented, I get it, but I need guys that's gonna be in my lineup, man.
That's why I'm selling Debo, bro. Debo was AJ Brown before this year.
I actually trust Debo more than AJ Brown right now, and I know that's crazy.
It's just recency bias because AJ Brown played 2 years straight and Debo didn't play 2 years straight. Just Debo's healthiest season this year. So I just don't want to trust it. I feel like it's all recency bias. AJ came through last year and gave me a hell of a season when he finally came back. Debo, it was the reason Ayuk blew up last year because he couldn't play last year. He missed like the last 9 games, and then the year before that, he did the same thing. We talked earlier, though. This is the healthiest stretch we ever seen Debo play. So we all get a little recency bias. That's why I said I'm selling, bro. If I'm scared of AJ Brown, I'm scared of Debo too, bro. He got a worse injury history than AJ. So I'm selling both of them if I'm gonna sell one. But Debo price so damn high. I gotta sell, bro, because I think I just don't see it happening, bro. I don't think there's no way. And I'll put my foot in my mouth if it stays like this for another year. But I think those injuries gonna keep creeping up. It start panning out. You start to see like all of it can't matter. All of it don't make sense. Like Ayuk finally had a good week. Kittle sucked ass. Like all of them just can't make sense. And I don't know if Devo just be the one that survive it, or Kittle take the hit, or Ayuk take the hit. But at some point, either it all balances itself out, or the natural thing happens, which has been Devo get hurt.
And we gotta keep in mind, Trey Lance, he's supposed to take over this offense next season too. So curious to see who's the main wide receiver. I think Kittle's still gonna be fine, but curious to see who really maintains. So yeah, man,
Yeah, bro.
it's something to watch. All right, bro. That was some good dialogue there. Like I said, I'm about to go get Zeke as soon as we hop off here. So yeah, you definitely open my eyes to that. Didn't realize he was the RB7, so I need to go make some moves.
Yeah,
Secure
bro.
some title
Balling.
runs.
He balling. That's cool, bro. Let's get into this closing, bro, to say something good to the people. Coming off of holiday weekend, hanging with family, hanging with friends. I just want to say I had a good Thanksgiving. I'm blessed. Um, I can share what I did this weekend, man. Me and my girl just went and bought burgers and went past them out to the homeless. Saturday, burgers and water bottles. Went downtown, went on Washington Street, went to 10th Street, passed them out to the homeless. So that was cool. Uh, Seeing a young black man at the bar Saturday. He was homeless. I ordered some wings, gave the wings to him on a humbug. And I just want to say this, bro. What you think is in need, what looks like in need to you, ain't always what in need look like, bro. Because this young black man was some nice kicks on. He had a nice North Face on, but it took somebody else to just be like, hey, just because he looked like that don't mean he got it. And just let me know little things that let me know like they could tell the situation he was in. Young man with a book bag, normal water bottle with him, looked like he refills it, charging his phone in a space where it looked like he was just trying to stay warm, wasn't trying to cause no problems. And I'm like, damn, he looked like he could be one of us, bro, like young black man. And offered the food to him, told him at the bar, gave us some extra food, offered the wings, he took them. And it's just, I left that place eye open. Like, you never know what somebody going through. You never know what position other people are in, bro. So you just gotta be blessed and be grateful for whatever the fuck you got. I was able to go home after the bar, get in my bed, and just I'm just grateful, bro. I had me a giving ass weekend, man. Went to church Sunday. The service was all about giving, which was kind of expected. It's Thanksgiving weekend, but I don't know, bro. Mind opened up, heart opened up this weekend, and I feel like I had a much needed weekend, bro, from the heart. So that's what I did this weekend, bro. That's my closing, is just do something good for somebody else, man. Soon as you can. Like, it doesn't hurt to do anything. We blow money all the time, and it ain't gotta be money. Go give some time and some effort. Go volunteer some of your time and energy if you don't want to give no money to nothing. So just give to the next person. It's greatly appreciated. Bro, I've seen so many genuine smiles this weekend from people, and I thought that was pretty fire. So that's my say something good to the people, man. Do something for somebody else, bro. In this time of celebration and this moment of giving, that's what I want people to do right
That's fire, bro. Shout out to you. Shout out to your lady. Yeah. God bless, man, to you and the people people lives you were able to touch this weekend. I think that's dope. For me, coming off Thanksgiving, I have a new level of appreciation for family. And not to say I didn't have that before, but it's just elevated to like a whole nother tier. Like, really, man, it's just the simple things for me. So just being able to take time to spend time with family. This weekend was everything to me. And for those, who might not have family here or close by or longer gone or not in your lives, I mean, even your friends. I mean, your friends are your family. I'm right here right now with my family. So again, hopefully you're able to spend some time with your family and just really just enjoy the presence of being around them. And at the end of the day, man, that's the backbone. You know what I mean? Like, that's all we got. So a lot of stuff going on in the world, like you said, man. And sometimes it's just everything just to sit around your family and relax. You know what I mean? So just to have that moment. So looking forward to doing that much more outside of Thanksgiving, man. We need to carve out more time outside of Thanksgiving and Christmas and just make that a regular thing outside of the holidays.
now. Hey, I'm gonna put it on air instead of taking it off air. But I'm starting to round up people right now for care packages, bro. not just all put in money. We all come together and make them together. And I think we're gonna holler at different households, different couples, different people to everybody contribute one thing, whether it be go to Dollar Tree, grab, they got socks, and scarves, and gloves, and we're just gonna put together some care packages, bro, to drop off to some people and some people in need. So now that I've brought it to air, we'll discuss it more off air. That's something I'm looking forward to do before Christmas, bro. Talked about that this weekend for like my mom and shit. So I know y'all be down.
Yeah, I'm in. We in. That's cool,
Okay,
man.
We'll discuss that some more off air. But yeah, bro, we just got to start doing better because there's people out there that don't got it, and every little thing, bro, we just need to be grateful for it. So.
I agree.
All right, man. Look, I appreciate the episode, all the informative information that we put out there. It sucks Avo wasn't here. I hope he get better so we can come here next week, work this shit out. This no music shit different, bro. It made me itch a little bit, bro. Make me a little nervous, but we miss you, Avo. Come back. It ain't the same without you, bro. Heal up. And Vic, you walk us out this time. I walked us out the first episode. Let me see what you do, bro. Man. Give me the energy.
And with that being said, it's been another episode with the Dynasty Bros. So we'll be back next week. We had to take a week off this past week, celebrate with family and friends, but now we're back to it. Hey, this next couple of weeks, man, it's everything. So do what you got to do, get in these playoffs, go out swinging. That's what we're going to do. So we'll try to dominate your leagues these last couple of weeks, Dynasty Bro style. And hey, we're going to live with the outcome too, man. So we don't care who we play in the playoffs. Just get in the playoffs. That's what we on these next couple of weeks.
Gang shit. Team 5 took another L, but we still 5.
Took another L, man. But hey, we in the playoffs though. That's all that matters. So I don't care who we play.
Facts. They gotta come see us.
All right, man. With that being said, it's been the Dynasty Bros. We'll be back same time next week. I think. We'll see. We'll definitely be back next week though.
Facts, bro. Big facts.
All right, man. Y'all be easy, man. Take care.
Oh, yeah.